Hello everyone, Shravankumarmanthri here. Welcome to our channel CSE GURUS. As part of the Hackerrank, now we'll see the question in algorithms. So we'll go for algorithms here. And then the question, the next one which we go for, of course I need to click on implementation. Warm-up questions are done. So here I'll go for Subarray Division, which is the next question. So here we can see the problem statement first. Two children, Lily and Ron, want to share a chocolate bar. Each of the squares has an integer on it. So Lily decides to share the continuous segment. Whenever it is a continuous segment means it's a continuous array, right? So which means if you want to take continuous segment of three elements, it must be, if you start from a of 0, it must be a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, or a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, or a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, like that. It's a continuous segment where you should not miss any in between element. So the length of the segment matches Ron's birth month and the sum of integers and the squares equals to the birthday. Let us see the question clearly here with an example. There are 5 integers are given, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2. What is d, which is equals to birthday, which is d equals to 4, and length must be 2. That means you select any two consecutive elements such that the sum must be equals to 4. So that's what it is asking. So here I am taking first two elements, 2 and 2. What is 2 plus 2? 4. Then I'll take 2 plus 1, which is 3, which is not the same as 4. Next 1 plus 3, which is 4. Yes, I can take it. Then 3 plus 2, 5. You cannot take it. So like this, if you consider how many pairs we got it, 2 pairs we got it. So the answer is 2. You can see 2 comma 2 and 1 comma 3. Now you may think of, can I select this 2 and this 3? No, because it's not consecutive, right? So it's not only pair, it is asking, it's m number. What if I want to change the question, like let us suppose if d value is 5 and m value is 3. Let us suppose this d value is 5, m value is 3. Now what is the answer? That means you first take first three elements, 2 plus 2 plus 1, which is 5. Yes, we got it, one pair. And then 2 1 3 you have to take 2 plus 1 plus 3, which is 6. Yes, no, that's not equals to 5. Next 1 plus 3 plus 2, which is again 6. That is not same as d value. So only one pair you got it. That's what it is asking. That's what the question it is clearly asking. Now we need to find how many pairs like this. Even we'll check it out with sample input and output which is given here. So let me take a bigger example so that you might understand clearly. Let me take 1 2 1 1 3 2. I'll add 3 more elements. The size is 8. Let us suppose 1 2 1 3 2. I'll add 4 3 something like 1, whatever. So totally 8 elements. Now sum I need is something like 6, and where I want to take at least, or else I'll take let me put it in this way, the sum is at least 7 I need to get, and I have to take at least 4 elements. So you must take 4 elements, which means 1 2 1 3. What is the sum? 7. Yes, fine. Next 2 1 3 2. What is the sum? 2 1 3 2. The sum is 8. No. 1 3 2 4. No. 3 2 4 3. No. 2 4 3 1. No. So that's what it needs to check out like that. So how to approach for the answer? Of course there are two methods. Like when you want to sum, let us suppose if it is a 3 elements, what you need to do, you have to get the sum of these 3, again sum of these 3, again sum of these 3, like this. Every time 3 elements you have to write a loop here. Let us suppose this loop I'll write. Now this part has to be repeated for how many times? One more loop you need to write. Nested for loop you need to write. Why should I use a nested for loop? I'll make it little bit sense by writing with only one loop. Okay, so how my loop will go, that's what I want to explain here. Let us suppose if I add 3 more elements here, maybe I need 4 elements at a time. Let us suppose, what are the first 4 elements I'll take here? A of 0, a of 1, a of 2 and a of 3, right? So these 4 elements I'm taking, 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3, which is the answer is 5 plus 2, which is 7. Now what if I want to take these 4 elements? So do you need to again go for a of 1? Yes, you need a of 1 plus a of 2 plus a of 3 plus A of 4. Do you need to add all this again as a loop? No. What I want to do is, what is the previous answer? You got it 7. In that, what I need to subtract? A of 0. Is it there here? No, right? So you just subtract A of 0. You just subtract A of 0. And what you need to add? A of 4. You just add A of 4. So A of 0 must be subtracted, which is 7 minus 1. So you must take 7. 7 minus, what is A of 0? 1, which is 6. Now what you need to add? A of 4. What is A of 4? 2. So 6 plus 2, 8. Is it correct answer? You check it out. 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2, which is absolutely 8. So this is what, instead of why should I make it every time a loop, I should subtract the previous element which is starting and I should add the next element. So how to add the next element, how to subtract this one? I'll clearly write the program in C, Java and Python. You can see here. So first I'll go for C language, where I'll try to write the code it here. Of course it takes a array, integer array, D, which is a sum we need, M, how many number of elements which we need to take. So first of all, what I want to do is, first of all I'll take a variable I to iterate and get the sum initialized to 0. So how to get the sum of all the elements? No, I need to get the first M elements. So first get the sum of first M elements. Anyway, S is a variable already taken, so that's why I'll take sum sum. Now I'll iterate the array for I starts from 0, not up to the last. I'll take up to M, right? So I'll take up to M, I less than M, which takes, let us suppose M is 3, it takes 0, 1, 2, which is 3 elements. So I plus plus, where I'll make the sum is equals to, or sum plus equals to, what is that? S of I, where I'll get the sum, every element, only M elements. Now I have to start the process here from the next element, right? Anyway, here you can see, I'll try to write it. I starts from I equals to 0. Okay, initially I'll try to write here, of course I less than S underscore count, but actually it's not correct. Anyway, I'll try to make it what to be done at the end. Okay, I plus plus, I'll change it, that line I'll change it. Anyway, I'm iterating through the array. So first of all, I'll check, already we got a sum here, right, for the first M set of elements. Okay, if this is matching, that's what I'm checking. If the sum currently we had, is it equals to D? Yes, count has to be incremented, right? So for the count, I'll take the count variable, which C is equals to 0. Now C plus plus. Now anyway, if it is matching, it will increment. Otherwise, what you need to do? Otherwise, the sum has to be updated, which is equals to, what is the sum minus A of 0. Will you write A of 0 directly, S of 0 directly? No, it's I0 it's starting with, so S of I, right? Now what to be added? So what to be added? So if it is M elements, let us suppose if it is 3 elements, it will complete at A of 2. So that's why it is actually I plus M. Clearly observe, I plus M. So I plus M, the element has to be added, and S of I, the element has to be subtracted, so that you will get new sum, which is the next M set of elements. Now once you got it, anyway, repeat the loop like this. Now the problem here is how many times this loop has to repeat. Let us suppose if there are 5 elements, I need 3 sets. How many 3 sets are there? 1 2 1, 2 1 3 and 1 3 2. If it is 5 elements, are you getting 5 sets? No, only 3 sets. How to get this answer? Okay, let us suppose one more thing I'll take. Anyway, here I'll try to write. So it's actually the total number of elements minus how much you want the size, which is size 3 plus 1. You can see what is n value? 5. 5 minus 3 plus 1, which is 3. So you will get 3. Now I'll take one more example. Okay, let us suppose I'll get like this the elements. So totally 8 elements. Now if I need 4 sets, so what is that M value? If I have 4 sets, how to get that 4 sets? You can see here 8 minus 4 plus 1. You can see what is 8 minus 4 plus 1? 5. So how to get that 5? 1 2 3 4 is a 1 set, 2 3 4 5, 2 sets, 3 4 5 6 3, 4 5 6 7 4 and 5 6 7 8. So like that. So this is a formula like n minus m, that is n means the size minus m plus 1. So that's what you have to write it here. Here also I'll write what is the n value, s underscore count. It's not going till the n value, that is count. So it is has to be take minus of m value plus 1. So these many times only it will go, not n times or not count times. So now once it is done, what to be written finally, the count, how many. So return C. So like this you have to write it, and let us see is it correct or any errors. For this one we need to return an integer, absolutely fine. Let us see for the mistakes. Yeah, absolutely right, all the three test cases here. Now submit the code. Yeah, so all the test cases are passed. Here you can see all the 13 test cases passed. So this is the code, that's what we have written easily. How to make it, no nested for loop here, simple for loop here, sum for getting the sum, then make it every set, subtract with the first and add the last value in the set, next value in the set. So that's what we have written. So we'll try to write the same logic in Java. So here I'm writing the code, you can see. So where it is taken as a list. So initially we need to get the sum of the list elements. So first of all I can use the iterator to get the sum, or it's up to you. First of all I'll take initialize the sum is 0 and count is also initialized to 0. Now I'll use for, of course, the integer. Of course it's not the every element to add, so few elements, that's why I have to take for int I starts with 0, I less than, what you need to do, add first only m set of elements, right? So I less than m, I plus plus, just add the elements, sum is equals to, or sum plus equals to s dot get of I. So each and every element in this m set, first set, you will get all the elements to be added here. Now once it is done, again the process has to be started for int I starts with 0, I less than. So what you need to go, so the s dot size, is it going till the last? No, just now I explained, minus m plus 1 and I plus plus. So first check the constraint, if sum, which is we got it already, is equals to d, then count plus plus. If not, anyway, even if it is true or false, just update the sum, sum equals to sum minus, what is that, s dot get of I and plus s dot get of, what is that, I plus m. So that's what we have to make it to get the next sum, and it will iterate. Finally, what is the sum to be returned? Return the, that is count to be returned, sorry. So count to be returned, so return the count. So this is what we have written here, get the sum of first set, then for each iteration, so the sum equals to d c plus plus, that's a count to be incremented, and sum equals sum minus. So in order to get the next set, first element is deleted and next element to be added. So let us see is it correct or not. Run the code. Now the thing to be observed here is in this Java, so when you write like this, there is a chance of going this I plus m going out of the bound. So that's why the first constraints what you need to write here is, so what if you have to do this one only when that I plus m should not exceed the limit, right? So that's why I'll write it, it should not exceed the size, right? So that's what I'll write it here as, if I plus m, the value, if it is less than s dot size, right? If it is less than s dot size, then only you do this one, otherwise don't make it. So that's what the constraint you have to apply here to get the perfect answer. I'm running the code, you can see. Yeah, all the test cases passed, and submit the code. Yeah, here we got it, all the test cases passed. Now we'll try to write the Python code. Anyway, once you can see the code for Java. Now we'll try to write Python code also. Here we are writing with respect to the same logic. Yeah, sum initialized to 0 and also count is initialized to 0. Now get the sum for only n elements for I in range up to m, which means up to m minus 1, starting with 0. Sum plus equals to s of I, right? S of I. So once you get it, again we iterate for I in range. Okay, I in range. Okay, get the length first, length of s, okay, minus m plus 1, right? So for this you have to make it and check for the condition. If sum double equals to d, then count plus equals to 1, right? So this what, and then check for update the sum. If sum equals to sum minus, what is that element which you have to subtract? S of I, and add S of I plus m. So this is what you have to do for every iteration, and finally once it is done, you have to return what is C value. Here also it's going out of the range, so first get it where this has to be done only when if that I plus m is less than length, then only you have to do length of s. Yeah, the indentation is the very most important here. So we didn't maintain the indents, that's why indentation, that's why there is an error. We got it. So now we'll see is it correct or not. Yes, absolutely, and submit the code. Yeah, all the test cases passed here, you can see. So that's what, this is a code we have written. This condition is very most important. So we'll see the next question in the next video lecture. Thank you.